Dzifa, very happy to see you.
Yes, sir. I'm grateful to be here.
Absolutely. I have been watching your movies. I mean, you are a superstar. I mean, people don't know it, but from what I see, I mean, you are it. So I don't know whether to call you an actor, a director, a producer. How do you want to be known as?
You can call me all of them. Filmmaker,
filmmaker.
Writer.
Yes.
It's probably easier to say filmmaker.
Filmmaker,
You know,
okay.
I'm a visionary, you know.
That's good.
So,
yes.
yeah.
I'm proud talking to you because I'm not gonna. Don't listen to this. But I know him from as a kid, so he's so successful. I'm so proud of him, and so we want to talk about connecting with Africa.
Yes, sir.
So basically, the idea is to show and to try to see how African Americans can connect with Africa.
Yes, sir.
Now today we're talking the movies and that kind of stuff, but we also want to have this connection in a number of different areas. Mm-hmm. How did you get started? Just to kind of let us know. Introduce yourself and tell us how you got started.
Okay, so I am Dzifa Mallet. I started acting in 2020 after I graduated college. This is something I always wanted to do outside of, you know, playing basketball and stuff like that. And I don't want to live a regret. I don't want to ever live a regret. I can only live one time. So I was like, you know what? This is something I always wanted to do. I'm going to give it 100%. So if I fail, I'm going to fail going 100%. So that was my idea just as an actor in 2020. Yes. Then in 2022, I had an idea to make a film about a homeless guy.
Okay.
And I found this lady who was a director and writer, and she gave me a price for it. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna save up to pay that amount. But it was taking too long, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just write this and direct it myself. Yeah. And that's how I came up with the short film called The Giver. Yeah. So in a way, I became a filmmaker on accident. I was just supposed to be an actor, you know, but yeah. And then that turned into my next project, which was my first feature film that released in September called The Remedy for a Broken Heart. And yeah, it's been a journey so far, you know. That's the biggest thing, the journey. Some people just focus on the destination, but they don't think about the journey.
I like that.
That day by day, the grind and the hustle and everything that you're doing to get to where you are. You appreciate it much more once you get to that destination. Just thinking about all the nights where you're just like kind of frustrated, you're struggling with like money or people, and you're just having to adapt on the fly, you know. So yeah, that's just kind of been my story. Like, not to get super detailed, but that's
as you say that, my mission is to help Africa fight poverty.
Yes, sir.
And be more prosperous. There is poverty also in the United States, and especially amongst African Americans. Is there, so I'm looking for a way to tell a story of how, and perhaps in a fun way, in an uplifting way. I would love to have collaboration with people on this side to try to do that. Is there an area of interest that you see where you would want to have a collaboration with folks in Africa? It doesn't have to be poverty. Poverty happens to be what I'm interested in fighting. But is there something that's crossed your mind in that regard?
So it's funny that you say that. I have an idea in my notes in my phone right now. It's like a comedy drama. Yeah. So there's always been this battle between Africans and African Americans. You know, over here we have this stereotype against each other. Yes. You know. Like, and I'm both, you know, American, African.
You're authentic African American.
Yeah, you know, so I see both sides. I see how it is. Like, so I think I don't want to give the story away, but I think putting that in a film and then showing like there's a goal, and then like showing the different stereotypes and like coming together and like overcoming that goal. We could talk about it, but like I think that's one of them. But as far as like on the business side, like if there isn't any money up front and you're trying to get a project made, I think back end splits will work. Like, say you have a talent, but somebody might not be able to afford your talent up front. Y'all write up a contract like, hey, on the back end, once this film nets its profit or whatever, this is the percentage you take of what the film makes and stuff like that. That's how I would do it.
Okay, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, thank you for staying with us. We're going to continue with Mr. Dzifa here, Dzifa Mallet. Wuku, we want to go back to our conversation about how to connect with Africa. So in that connection, suppose we were to have a platform, where young people like you on this side in the United States, get to engage in conversation, in discussions with people in Africa. What would be a good thing to talk about as you try to get people to get to know each other better and get to realize that there's a lot more positive things that can be achieved working together and going forward?
Man, so first what I would say is like really taking time to get to know each other. I think one thing that we do too much is we kind of just judge, and we too quick to judge. Like if we pay attention, like say you like funny videos. Yeah. You take some time to go watch a few funny videos in, like, we'll just say Ghana. Yeah. We'll just say some funny videos in Ghana. Yeah. We are all we are different, but we still kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? We make judgments. We have some of the same humor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain things, we can watch people playing basketball or sports. We have some of the same mannerisms. We're just in a different country. So once we take that time to really see that we have more in common, I think that's where it'll start, and that's where conversations and partnerships are formed. Because it's like, bro, we really don't have to be talking to each other like that, judging each other like that, because we're really the same. We're the same. We can achieve much more once we take the time to get to really know each other. People, like in conversations or just anything, people so quick to have the spotlight on them instead of like just focusing on everybody else and seeing, okay, this is kind of cool. This is who they are. I'm taking the time to understand this person and why their mind works like this, and not just judging and stuff like that. So I think that's where it starts. Also, seeing you gotta figure out who's actually hustling and grinding with what they have. You can change your life with this thing right here. Absolutely. You can change your life with this thing right here. So there's not really any excuse. So I'm the type of person, I want people that's hungry like me. Like I spoke previously. So if you have a phone and you want to be in film, start filming like small short skits, post them on Facebook. I want to see that you have some kind of work ethic behind you, before like I engage, because I'm not with the handout.
So I have a platform called Economic Development Africa. And basically, it's not just for the economic development of Africa per se. It's for the economic development of people connected with Africa. So you may have communities in Brazil that want to connect with Africa, communities in the United States that want to connect with Africa, do trade, do business, and they all achieve big things together. Yes, sir. So the idea is to promote economic growth, to promote trade, to promote the shared prosperity. Yes, sir. So I'm thinking we could publish these kinds of things on my platform for free. So have people come there and share their ideas, and people get to connect. So don't be surprised if I called on you and say, hey, I want you to do some more stuff to put on this platform, so people can try to connect with you. Do you have anything in the back of your mind now in a particular area where that connection can take place? You're a filmmaker, and you talked about reality shows. Can you do a reality show across the ocean?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. As far as like, stuff like I can like talk about my experience and, let people know to do and what not to do.
Yes.
You know, when it comes to like making your first short film.
Yes.
And then once you get to your feature film, doing the same thing with that, like how to kind of get started. Or if you just want to be an actor, the first few steps that you take if you want to be an actor and stuff like that, I can definitely help out. You know, because yes, it's been a lot of lessons learned. I'll say that. A lot of lessons learned. So I'm always happy to help with stuff when it comes to filmmaking, anything.
Yeah, I know you can do it. Now, to close, I'm going to ask you a tricky question here.
Okay.
Nigerian jollof, Ghanaian jollof.
Man.
You heard that story of the two jollofs, right?
It's
So this is so. What do you think about Nigerian jollof, and what other African foods have you had that you like?
Man, so which one you want me to do first?
Do any one you want. Start anywhere you want. Talk about the foods now. Which one do you like?
It's crazy. It's crazy you brought jollof up because that's my favorite dish.
Wow.
Out of all of them, Eddie Kpakol is pretty good too.
Eddie Kpakol is good. Hey, that's a good one. That's good.
And the goosey soup.
Goosey soup, that's wonderful.
You know, yeah. So, but out of those two, I'll say the one that you can eat. Whichever one you can eat.
You're a politician, I tell you. Oh, you did a pretty good job.
Yes,
Thank you so very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Great job talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.